सम्पूर्ण विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूलाई प्याप्सन दूर शिक्षामा हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दछु। म तपाईहरुकै सोशल स्टडी टिचर विष्णु कार्की। Last week or last class we have discussed about the society and development of society and its features. We discussed about that. What is society? What are the features of the society? And how society developed or how society origin. Those things we have discussed in the last class. So today I'm going to talk about the types of society. Society, we already discussed about society. Society is a group of people, and a society developed from the very ancient time of period, or from the very ancient time. Now we are going to talk about society on the basis of its development, how society developed. On the basis of that, we are going to talk about the types of society today. And see there, the very first thing, society, the types of society, or society can be categorized into different types, isn't it? It is based upon different categories, or there are different bases for the division of the society. See there, see here in this first slide, bases and types. Society can be categorized into different bases, like in terms of economy, or in terms of language, religion, settlement, and time. These are the different bases of the society. Like on the basis of economy, the society can be categorized into capitalist, socialist, or mixed society. These are the types of society. On the basis of language, society can be categorized as monolingual, bilingual, and multilingual society, isn't it? On the basis of religion, society can be categorized, see here, Hindu, Kirat, Buddhist, or Islam, Christian. These are the different types of society on the basis of religion. And on the basis of settlement, rural society and urban society. This is another types of society, two types of society in terms of settlement. And in terms of time period, society can be divided into ancient, medieval, and modern society, isn't it? These are the different bases of that are types of the society. Bases like economy, language, religion, settlement, and time. These are the different bases. On the other side, these other different types of societies are there. This shows that society can be categorized, or society can be divided into different categories or different types on the different basis. That is very first thing we need to remember. Means the division of the society, which we are going to talk about here in detail a bit later, that is not only types or categories of the society. That is on the basis of something, but on the basis of other things, on the basis of other bases, we can divide society into different types. We need to remember these things very first. And secondly, see here, in terms of division of the society, the philosopher Karl Marx divides society into different 6 stages. That stages of history and class conflict at each stage that is given there. Like according to Karl Marx, the society is very first society, primitive communism. There was no classes, no conflict. If there is no class, there won't be conflict. That is the very first thing we need to remember about the division of society according to Karl Marx. And another slavery society, slaves and owners are there, and slaves are there and owners. When society is divided into slaves and owner, and don't forget that there start conflict, isn't it? Another feudalism. It is based upon the during the time of agriculture, when agricultural society developed, and this feudalistic kind of a society developed there. Landowners and serfs. See there, landowners on the one side, on the other side serfs are there, isn't it? Society is divided. Another after feudalism, the society developed as capitalism. Here also society is divided into two. One, this bourgeoisie, or the owner of the industry, and proletariat, the labor or worker of the society of the industry. That is another socialism, or communism. These two combinedly we can say socialism or communism. Synonymously, most of the time we use synonymously, but this also is somehow different. And especially state managers and workers, state, the owners of the industry. In capitalism, owners or bourgeoisie own the industry, but in socialism, state own those industries and workers are there. State managers means state is there, rulers are there, and workers are there. That is another. And in the time of like communism, no classes, no conflict. Again, previously first step was primitive communism, and again another last step communism. This is not established up to now. In this way, Karl Marx, the philosopher Karl Marx, divides society into different types. That is given there. And another, if you see these types of society according to E.B. Taylor and other sociologists or social scientists, different sociologists, this is not only of E.B. Taylor's types of society, but others are there to define or to categorize this. Other different sociologists or social scientists divide society into different 5 stages. That means hunting and gathering society, very first society. Second is pastoral society, and third is horticultural society, and then agricultural society and industrial society. These are the different 5 types of society we are going to talk about here. In this lesson, we need to more focused upon these types of society, these 5 types of society. Now we are going to discuss these types of society in details. Very first is here hunting and gathering society. First step means hunting and gathering society. This hunting and gathering society is the very first step of society. It means hunting and gathering society survived by hunting animals and gathered some edible foods from the forest. No cultivation, no animal rearing, nothing was there. Just they hunt animals, they collect foods or fruits from the forest and they ate. That kind of a society is known as hunting and gathering society. Very first step of society. What kind of society was that? Means in that hunting and gathering society, the life of hunting and gathering society was, it is very nomadic life. They settled one place, they stayed one place for sometimes and they shift to another place. Means that is not there was not fixed settlement. That is very first thing we need to remember. And another one place they settled, and in search of food they went another places, they settled there. They used to live in a forest or caves. That kind of society is known as hunting and gathering society. Nomadic lifestyle, isn't it? Shifting from one place to another place. Sometimes they settled in one place and again they shift to another place. That kind of society is known as hunting and gathering society. Secondly, small in population. This society, the population of this society was very small. So it was most of the time people used as band, not a society. It is the very first step of society, so it is also called as band, isn't it? So so the population here is very small size of population. People used to shift from one place to another place, so that very beginning step of the society. So there was no large society what we think today. That kind of society was not there, and so very small size of population. Cooperation and sharing were the key to survive. Means cooperation, they cooperate in that small group, they cooperate to each other, isn't it? They shares whatever they had, and they share, they ate it, they ate, isn't it? That kind of things. And because of this cooperation and because of this sharing, they survive. That is the things in that society. No social classes. I already talked to you in this previous slide. I have talked that according to the Karl Marx, the division of the society, the primitive communism, no class, no conflict, isn't it? This society was very ancient, primitive society, so that there was no class, there was no conflict, all were equal. That kind of society was that. And in this society, in this hunting and gathering society, there were no any institutions like social, cultural, or any other kinds of institution. There were not. Only one institution was there, that was family. Family was developed, nothing or none of the other institutions were developed. Social, cultural, or any kind of institutions means that was those institutions were not developed. That kind of society is known as hunting and gathering society. It means in hunting and gathering society, don't forget that a few things like one is nomadic life, isn't it? And no fixed settlement, shifting from one place to another place. It means there was no any fixed settlement in this society. No classes, means no conflict. All were equal. That kind of situation was there. These are the things we need to remember about hunting and gathering society. Another is pastoral society. Second, pastoral society. Pastoral society means a bit developed society in comparison to hunting and gathering society, isn't it? Pastoral society was slightly more efficient from a form of society in comparison to hunting and gathering society. It is a bit developed, isn't it? So this is the first step. This is the second step. Here is given. Why means this pastoral society is a bit developed than hunting and gathering society, isn't it? And another is pastoral society rely on domesticated herds animals to meet their food needs. It means now people started to rear and care animals. So this society also known as animal rearing society. We know it, isn't it? Means they in hunting and gathering, in this first step of society, in hunting and gathering society, people used to hunt animal, collect the foods. But here in this society, in this pastoral society, people started to rear and care animals, isn't it? Animal rearing was started. So that a bit developed society. And pastoral people lived nomadic life too. The life still was nomadic. Don't forget it, isn't it? Life was nomadic in this age too, because people shift from one place to another place, isn't it? The fixed settlement was not there, so that this is known as nomadic life, and moving from one place to another place, that is. And division of society started here. Who owned a larger number of animals, and some own a less number, isn't it? In this way, the society, the class or division of society started. Class was emerged, isn't it? And for example, people having more animals and less, isn't it? Some people have more animals, some less. Some people started craft work like producing tools, weapons, etc., isn't it? That production also helps for the trade or business. See there, isn't it? And trade brought inequality in the society. Means inequality was started in this society, isn't it? In this way, that pastoral society developed. Don't forget it. And the passing on of property from one generation to another generation started. Means from one generation to another generation, property is being transferred or started to transfer. And that helps for the centralization of property or accumulation of the property, isn't it? That was the things we need to remember here. And lastly, over time, division of society into different classes developed the form of government. Now, society is being divided here, or was started to divide, or society division of the society was there. Because of that, isn't it? A kind of form of government was developed, not like the present form of government, but some rulers or some ruled. That kind of society was divided. Means now institutions, social, cultural, or state institutions started to emerge from this society, isn't it? This kind of society still is there, like Rauti in our country, or other in African or South American countries like Brazil, that in many places this kind of society is still found there. This is the second types of society, pastoral society. See here, pastoral society, this image here, isn't it? This, see, isn't it? animals rearing is being started. They shifted from one place to another place, like in our country too, like this in mountain regions, people used to rear and care that sheep, isn't it? In the cold season, they shifted to the down a bit hot places, and in the summer season, they again went to the upper places. Means that kind of society is there. This is known as hunting and pastoral society. That rowdy society is a kind of hunting and gathering society, not this kind of that sheep rearing. That mountain regions people used to rear and care those sheep and shifted from one or coldness, isn't it? This kind of society is known as hunting a pastoral society. Another is horticultural society is there. Third step. Horticultural society. It is in terms of development first, second, third step of society. Horticultural society means group are larger than hunting and gathering society or pastoral society. The group now society, the form of society is a bit developed. So the group, a society becomes a bit larger in this society. Very first point you need to remember. Sedentary settlement patterns also contributes to gather population density. Means now people started to fixed settlement. They started to live in a fixed place, isn't it? Because of that, population growth, our society become larger, isn't it? That is the things. Don't forget it. And small children, old and sick people have better chance to of survival, isn't it? Like nomadic life or people without fixed settlement and the people with fixed settlement. See their differences. For the very small child or for the old people, that if there is no fixed settlement means there are more difficulties, isn't it? From they need to shift from one place to another place. They need to hunt, isn't it? For the survival. They need to collect foods for the survival. How those small child and those old people or sick or those people won't be able to do so. So that kind of society was not safe for those people. But here fixed settlement was started. Means now this all children, old people, sick people, they get chance for survival. It is a bit better for them, or they are safe now. That is very first thing we need to remember. Or increased fertility. When the fixed settlement, a bit developed kind of society, then fertility was there. Fertility was increased. So husband spend more time at home. Means in that pastoral or in hunting and gathering society, husband used to go out in sorts of food and different things. But here they started fixed settlement means more time is being spent for with family, isn't it? So that population grows there and a bit society develop faster, isn't it? It increase storage capacity, better equalize resources distribution throughout the years. Means now this storage capacity was developed so that people used to live in a fixed place. Because of that storage capacity developed, when they produce different kinds of food items or other things, isn't it? Fruits or other, isn't it? And they were able to store it, isn't it, for a bit later. No need to source foods in different times. That kind of a bit developed society, horticultural society was. And social organization based on kinship relationship means like marriage, the institutions like family was there from the very first step. Don't forget. But these other institutions like marriage or kinship kind of system was developed. Means now social organizations or social institutions developed in this state. Don't forget it. And marriage practice polygamous. This is means having more wife, isn't it? That kind of polygamous marriage system was developed. See there, marriage, kinship, family, these institutions were developed. Now social and cultural institutions developed in this step, isn't it? Another tribal level of society, we see the beginning of formal leadership roles and part-time labor specialists Tribal society means now leadership role increase, or and some people becomes the leader and they started to rule the society, means a bit developed form of government. Now social organizations are emerged or established, or cultural organizations, family, this other family marriage, isn't it, kinship system that was developed, isn't it, and ruling system means government, form of government was developed. Then this pastoral society, and here is more division of society, isn't it, owner or others, isn't it, that kind of concept of ownership include a complex system of sharing within the groups, means now the feelings of ownership are developed like at present, isn't it, and people don't want to share the things. Why? Means there is ownership and that can be transformed for the another generation. In this way, in society inequality was increased in comparison to pastoral society here, isn't it? In this hunting and gathering society, don't forget there was no any inequality. Their society was based upon equality. But in second, somehow inequality developed. And in this third step, horticultural society, equality was more severe. This is another things we need to remember. Up to here, let's say a few things in Nepali. हन्टिङ एन्ड ग्यादरिङ सोसाइटी भनेको यो चाहिँ जनावरहरू हन्ट गर्ने, शिकार गर्ने र त्यसलाई ग्यादर गर्ने, खाने, अनि चाहिँ के अरे यो फुडहरू अथवा केही खाने आवश्यक खानेकुरा जे आवश्यक पर्छ त्यो चाहिँ जङ्गलमा गएर खोजेर खाने चाहिँ खालको समाज यो हो। र यो समाजमा यो सोसाइटीको डेभलप फर्म पनि थिएन अथवा विकसित रूप पनि थिएन, होइन। त्यसै गरी त्यति मात्रै होइन, मान्छेहरू एक ठाउँमा बस्दैनथे, एक ठाउँबाट अर्को ठाउँमा सिफ्ट भइरहन्थे, सरिरहन्थे त्यो बस्नका लागि, होइन। यो खालको समाज चाहिँ नोम्याडिक लाइफ थियो। नोम्याडिक भनेको भेरी एन्सियन्ट प्रिमिटिभ काइन्ड अफ लाइफ थियो। त्यहाँ समाजमा चाहिँ डिभिजन थिएन, सबै अल वेयर इक्वल, होइन, सबैजना बराबर समानतामा आधारित थियो यो समाज। तर पछाडि उनीहरूले चाहिँ के गर्न थाले भन्दाखेरि दोस्रो स्टेपमा आएर पास्टोरल सोसाइटीमा एनिमल रेयरिङ एन्ड केयरिङ गर्न थालिसकेपछि अनि के भयो, त्यहाँ चाहिँ अब समाजमा इनइक्वालिटी डेभलप भयो। यसरी समाज विकासमा इनइक्वालिटीको सुरुवात पास्टोरल सोसाइटीबाट हुन्छ, किनभने यहाँ ओनरसिपको सुरुवात भएको छ। ओनरसिप भनेको पिपुल स्टार्टेड टु ओन सम प्रोपर्टी, होइन, एनिमल्स। अब त्यो यो यति जनावर मेरो छ, तेरो चाहिँ मेरोभन्दा कम छ भन्ने खालको त्यो डिभिजन सुरुवात भयो। त्यही डिभिजनले नै के गर्यो भन्दाखेरि शासक र शासित, शासक भनेको रुलर, रुल गर्ने, र शासित भनेको रुल्ड हुने अथवा रुल्ड हुने भनेको शासित हुने, अरूले भनेको कुरा मान्ने, त्यो खालको समाजको विकास हुँदै गयो। अहिलेको राज्य जुन हामी स्टेट अर गभर्मेन्ट भन्छौँ नि, यही फर्मबाट विकास हुँदै आएको समाज हो र विकास हुँदै आएर यो चाहिँ अहिलेको फर्ममा आइपुगेको हो है। त्यसै गरी अर्को छ हर्टिकल्चरल सोसाइटी। यो चाहिँ यसलाई फलफुलहरू उत्पादन गर्न थाल्ने, अब यो अ काइन्ड अफ बिगिनिङ अफ एग्रिकल्चर पनि भन्न सक्छौँ हामी। अहिले हामी फलफुल लगायत सबै खेतीलाई हामी कृषि समाजसँग जोडेर हेर्ने भएको भएर यो बिगिनिङ पनि भन्न सकिन्छ। यसरी समाज चाहिँ एउटा पछि अर्को के हो भन्दा मोर कम्प्लेक्स हुँदै गयो। यो हन्टिङ एन्ड ग्यादरिङ सोसाइटी स्टडी गर्न कति सजिलो छ हेर्नुहोस् त, यसमा कुनै गाह्रो नै छैन, किनभने सोसाइटी इक्वालिटीमा बेस थियो, ओनरसिप थिएन, केही पनि थिएन भनेपछि सोसाइटी वाज सो सिम्पल, होइन। यहाँ सोसाइटी एकदम सिम्पल छ, त्यही भएर अध्ययन गर्न गाह्रो छ। त्यही भएर मैले सुरुमा भनेको थिएँ, फर्स्ट लेसन लास्ट क्लासमा मैले भाइ बहिनीहरूलाई के भनेको थिएँ भन्दाखेरि सोसाइटी चाहिँ डेभलपमेन्टमा, सोसाइटी कसरी डेभलपमेन्ट हुन्छ भन्दा सिम्पलबाट कम्प्लेक्सतिर जान्छ, सोसाइटी चाहिँ सरलबाट जटिलतिर जान्छ। यहाँ हेर्नुहोस् त, अब हन्टिङ एन्ड ग्यादरिङ सोसाइटी कति सजिलो थियो अध्ययन गर्नका लागि, तर यो डेभलप हुँदै जाने क्रममा अब सोसाइटी के छ, स्टडी गर्नको लागि, यसलाई अध्ययन गर्नको लागि मोर कम्प्लेक्स, अब कम्प्लेक्स हुँदै आएको छ। यसरी समाजको विकासमा चाहिँ एउटा स्टेपबाट अर्को स्टेपमा के हुन्छ, इनइक्वालिटी बढ्दै आएको छ। अनि त्यति मात्रै होइन, इनइक्वालिटी मात्रै होइन, यसमा चाहिँ के छ भन्दा यसका सोसल इन्स्टिट्युसन्सहरू, अर्गनाइजेसन्सहरू त्यो बढ्दै आउँछन् र समाज बृहत्तर रूपमा अथवा अलिक बृहत रूपमा समाज विकास भइसकेपछि त्यसको स्टडीको लागि के हुन्छ, यो कम्प्लेक्स पनि हुन्छ। यसरी समाज विकास हुन्छ। Now see these images of horticultural society. These are the images here, isn't it? Horticultural society चाहिँ यो फर्मको सोसाइटी चाहिँ horticultural society हो, we need to remember है त। Another form of society is agricultural society. agricultural society. Yeah, the primary source of livelihood was or is agriculture. In many places, this agricultural society is there. Sorry. Agricultural society is still there in many places. So this is the very first thing we need to remember is the livelihood of the person is based upon agriculture. That is the very first thing we need to remember about agricultural society. The economy of this society was based on agriculture, and the society is divided into a number of classes based on the feudal system. For example, zamindars and peasants and the bond laborers. Now, society is more divided here in the agricultural society. Don't forget it. Like zamindars or landowners or landlords, we can say, or peasants, the worker of that society or that land. Another bonded laborers like halia, kamaya were there in our country too. The government declared it illegal, so this system was ended. Means bonded laborers, they cannot go out from the landowners. And isn't it? They need to work there. That kind of society means now society divided severely in this stage. Isn't it? The system of production was or is based on the use of the manual power. Human power was there. No technology. But at present, in agriculture, technology is being used, but there no use of technology. That is another thing we need to remember. Means of transportation and communication were developed. Means in this society, in this step of society, somehow this means of communication, transportation, this system was developed. And now trade or business, exchange of goods, items developed here, isn't it? That is another. A system of joint family prevails since a number of hands are required on the fields. Like in our country, we can see a simple example in our country. We can see that in the city area, people having less child or this single kind of family, no joint family. But in rural area, joint family is there. Why means very simple answer is they used to work in the field. To work in the field, they need more workers or more hands. Isn't it? That is beneficial for that. So joint family system was developed in this agricultural society. These are the some features of agricultural society. We need to remember, isn't it? That is first thing. And here the fixed settlement now. No, people didn't shift from one place to another place. Fixed settlement was started. That is another part of the society. Another final step means industrial society. Industrial society now, from the agricultural society, it develops to the industrial society. Industry based economy and complex division of society, isn't it? This means our economy, previously in agricultural society, economy was based upon agriculture, but now economy is based upon the industry. Industry based economy was developed. This is first thing. And complex division of society. Now society is divided into very in different stages, isn't it? Owners of the industry, isn't it? And proletariat or laborers and middleman. There is different kinds of status are being created. This is society is divided. Emergence of number of technical and professional jobs in industrial society. People are free to select the jobs. People are free to choose to work or select to work, isn't it? Professionals or these jobs are being increased, isn't it? Rapid means of transportation like railway, airway, isn't it? Waterways developed here, isn't it? Railway, fast trains, isn't it? This kind of development was there. Very fast or rapid means of transportation was developed in this industrial society. Another is wide network of communication. Communication was developed like the present form, isn't it? Another based on the mechanical power. Now technology is being used. Mechanical power. See their image. The industrial revolution was there, isn't it? Mechanical. Thousands or hundreds of people are working there. See their second image. Working there to produce one goods, isn't it? And migration to the cities, from rural to cities. People in search of job or opportunities, they shifted from rural area to the city areas, and big cities are developed like Kathmandu in our country or London and different places, isn't it? In this way, industrial society means a bit complex society, or more complex society is industrial society. Here, see here, these 5 stages of societies are there. Don't forget: hunting and gathering, pastoral, horticultural, agricultural, and industrial society. These are the some form of society. यी विभिन्न फर्महरू छन्. यो कृषि समाज भनेको कृषि समाज चाहिँ पछि औद्योगिक समाज भयो. कृषि समाज र औद्योगिक समाजको डिफ्रेन्सहरू छ. र भाइ बहिनीहरूले के चाहिँ बुझ्नु पर्यो भने यो प्रत्येक सोसाइटीका सम फिचर्स यु निड टु नो, and then only you will be able to compare from one to another. This is the second lesson of your text or your class, grade 9, second lessons, and we'll move another lesson for the next time, and go through these features and this all. It is the end of this class today. Thank you. Bye bye. Namaskar.